We replaced REST with Kafka and cut failures by 90%. The event-driven architect. We replaced REST with Kafka and cut failures by 90%. The event-driven architecture, explained. Mattrx, a multi-tenant marketing analytics SaaS, Angular 19 plus .NET 9, 6 Azure App Service instances, 110,000 monthly active users, about 3,200 requests per second at peak. The ingestion pipeline used to be a chain of synchronous REST calls. We swapped it for Kafka. End-to-end failures dropped about 90%. Ingestion P95 went from 180 milliseconds to 8. Events lost during a downstream outage went from tens of thousands to 0. Same code shape, different topology. Almost every we need a message bus problem is really we mislabeled an event as a call. A query genuinely needs an answer. Is this tenant valid? What is the user's plan? A query stays synchronous. REST or gRPC, the caller waits. An event is this happened a click, an impression, a conversion. The caller does not need anything back. A query coupled to a CALI is correct. An event coupled to a CALI is a hidden time bomb. The log decouples the two in time. The collector accepted an event and immediately called enrichment, which called analytics, which called the persister. 4 services, 3 network hops, every link on the customer's critical path. The collector could not return 200 OK until all 3 downstream services succeeded. Availability multiplied. 4 nines times 4 nines times 4 nines times 4 nines is roughly 99.6. Worse, analytics slow at month-end timed out the whole chain. The customer's event was gone. The customer retried. The struggling service got more load. Retry-storm. The collector now produces one event to a Kafka topic and returns 202 accepted. The customer's request is done in about 8 milliseconds. 3 independent consumer groups read the same topic in parallel: enrichment, analytics, persister. A 4th group can be added without touching the producer. The collector's success no longer depends on any consumer being up. When analytics goes down, its consumer group's lag climbs. When analytics comes back, the lag drains to 0. The customer never saw it. The events were never lost. A consumer is a long-running background service. 3 things matter. 1. A consumer group, so partitions parallelize across instances. 2. Manual offset commit only after the work succeeded, never before. That gives you at least once delivery, the safe default. 3. A retry topic and a dead letter topic, so a poison message cannot block the partition forever. The one health metric that matters is consumer lag. If lag climbs, the consumer cannot keep up. Scale it. The producer is untouched. There is one trap. If the same handler writes to Azure SQL and then produces to Kafka, those are 2 systems. A crash between them loses or duplicates the event. For anything tied to a committed database change campaign published, user upgraded, use the outbox pattern. Write the event to an outbox table in the same transaction as the business data. A background relay reads unsent rows, produces them to Kafka, marks them sent. The business write and the event commit atomically, or neither does. Dual write inconsistencies dropped. Kafka gives you at least once delivery by default. A consumer can crash after processing, but before committing on restart, it sees the same message and processes it again. So consumers must be idempotent. The simplest tool is a dedup key with a unique constraint. Insert the event ID first. If the insert says we have seen this one, return no op, safe. Then do the real work. Exactly once is mostly a myth at the boundary. At least once delivery plus idempotent processing equals effectively once, and it is far simpler than chasing. 2 superpowers fall out of the log that REST never gave us. 1. Replay. A bug corrupted yesterday's analytics rollup. Fix the consumer. Reset the analytics group's offset to midnight. Reprocess. The raw events are still there. The log is the source of truth, not a transient message. The other groups are untouched. 2. Adding a consumer is free. When we shipped fraud scoring, we created a new consumer group on the same event's raw topic. The collector did not change. No coordination. One day instead of one sprint. If this video helped you, please like it, share it with your team, and leave a comment with your thoughts. And consider subscribing. Your support is what motivates me to keep creating more content like this. Thank you for watching.